Hello, everyone. My name is Maria Johnsen. Today, I would like to talk about Ghostware. It is based on my book, which I wrote a few years ago and sold 35,000 copies in English and Dutch languages. When a programmer gets the job of her dreams after the suspicious death of her parents, she realizes the company's pet project may be responsible for bringing back murderous spirits. Synopsis: Ghostware is based on my invention, a novel, The Afternoon When She Died, which sold 35,000 copies online and in bookstores in two languages, Dutch and English. In this contemporary futuristic tale of good versus evil in form of AI domination, a young female scientist will set out on an adventure to discover an AI machine that is not what it seems. Ghostware seeks to create a new sci-fi horror full of adventure, romance, and fantastical creatures. In the center of the story is an AI machine known as Ghostware that can connect with the spirits of those recently deceased and bring them back on Earth if the spirit crosses over the other side. Operating the machine is Dr. Hansen, who has alternative motives of using the machine. Unknowingly, he has brought back the ghost of Tor, a recently murdered engineer who created Ghostware. Caught in the middle is a young scientist, Maya, running away from her dark past, who works on Ghostware and falls in love with Tor, not first knowing he is a ghost. As the ghosts brought back by Dr. Hansen start a killing spree, Tor convinces Maya to destroy Ghostware, even when it means wiping out the man she loves. The style of the movie displays a cross-genre of sci-fi horror action drama film to melt large questions about an AI device called Ghostware that brings back the dead and creates havoc with the pure entertainment of horrifying spectacles. The audience sees a ravaged world which questions their sense of safety and comfort. The action of Maya, the protagonist, a young scientist who can see the dead people, becomes a lifesaver of hope. This technique gives the audience a feeling of control, spiked with uncertainty. The characters are so powerful and decisive as they battle the manifold manifestations of the theme of fear, and not just primal fear. The question of how to battle the evil spirits who are controlled by Ghostware is exposed. It surpasses imagination and challenges all known beliefs. The characters of the story: Maya Brown, the protagonist; Tor Berg, Dr. Hansen, the antagonist; Patrick Cavendish, the detective; Ghostware, the face behind the Ghostware machine in form of human that has mind of his own and direct ghosts to do evil. Also, there are supporting characters as well. The visual style is futuristic, and for example, the Neurolife, the company, we use the color would be white and contemporary and very beautiful, stylish design. And the story in nutshell: when Frankenstein meets ghosts. I have done market research, and movies which are similar to my movie have done very well in the past. And the audience of this film, the primary audience, would be educational categories: horror movie lovers, book lovers, distributors, film festivals, sales agents, ultimate consumers, exhibitors, broadcasters, frequent moviegoers from age between 15 to 60 years old, millennial, baby boomers, multicultural sci-fi horror lovers, environmentalists, AI and technology lovers, detective story lovers. And as far as secondary audience goes, this category cannot be identified demographically, such as social class, age, and interest. Horror movies will always have a firm hold on the moments in my life. My special interest on horror movies is mostly due to entertaining aspect of it. From the first time I saw an alien, I was hooked. As a natural extension from a kid watching adventurous films and transitioning to more adult drama films, horror films allowed for that mysterious unknown element that branches off ever so slightly from reality. The faceless, unstoppable killer, the talking doll, the stalking alien on a ship, all expose me to elements beyond the everyday reality of life. Fear was a huge catalyst for me since childhood, and horror movies allowed me to experience fear in the best possible way. From the safety of my living room, I could imagine these dark shadows. These movies I watched transformed the ordinary and made it something surreal and terrifying, turning normal shapes and shadows on my bedroom wall and closet into the endless depths of a girl expanding imagination. I have been pitching this film since 2017 to different production companies, executive producers in Europe and North America. I filmed part of the film with my own budget, but the rest of the film requires having enough budget to hire bankable cast and crew members and hiring quality camera equipment with prime lenses and hiring different locations, including mansion. So we are waiting to finalize financing and funding. If you're interested in partnering with us, we really appreciate it. This film sells. Otherwise, I wouldn't take a risk on it. Out of 20 most profitable movies of all time, based on return on investment, 10 of them have been horror. That's 50% of the movies that have returned the most money to investors. One reason for this is the budgets for horror films tend to be much smaller versus other types of films. It won't capture the giant headlines of the latest Marvel movies, but it doesn't have to. A typical studio movie will have a $200 million budget with at least that much on top of it for marketing costs. It would need $400 million just to break even. With Ghostware, however, its performance level can be much lower while still returning a higher percentage to you. Another reason is horror fans have a real appetite for independent horror films. They're driven to these types of films. Movies like Blair Witch, Paranormal Activity were produced outside the studio system. But because of horror fans seeking out these lower budget films, they were able to get a mass release for maximum dollars.